Let's sign in to Perform as Test Manager. By default, your username is your GVI email address, and you will be assigned a temporary password to access Perform. You will need to change this password immediately after accessing the program. We will discuss the criteria for your new password when we discuss the Change Password function. Let's start with the first thing you see when you sign into Perform, the unified dashboard. This gives you an overview of everything you will need when completing your performance evaluations. Let's start with email notifications and your employee profile. These are located on the top right corner of your screen. When it comes to notifications, employee information is confidential. Therefore, we require that all performance evaluation notifications are only sent to your GVI email address. All users will receive notifications on performance evaluation via the dashboard function or through Perform's email feature, which copies them to your GVI email address. Perform will automatically send you a notification when you or your employee's evaluation starts or ends. In addition to this, it will send you a notification when a step in the evaluation is assigned to you or when you, one of your employees, or another person involved in the evaluation completes a task. All notifications will have a description of the alert and a link so that you can access the tasks. Notifications sent via email and the unified dashboard are a tool for everyone to ensure that they stay up to date on upcoming tasks or be reminded when a task is overdue. Let's look at some of the features you can access by clicking on your name. When you click on your name, you will see your employee profile, the change password function, and signing out of Perform. Let's go to My Profile. My Profile has three sections: Job, Performance, and Onboarding. Job shows you a general overview of your employee information, including your direct supervisor and any additional managers. Performance is a view of your current, upcoming, or past performance evaluations, which you can filter by active, completed, archived, or canceled evaluations. Here, you can also upload documents that will be related to the performance evaluation. The maximum size allowed is 20 megabytes. You can also upload documents through journal entries and reference them in the rating step of the evaluation. The change password function is something that you will use because Perform requires periodic password updates. All passwords must have 12 or more characters with a mix of uppercase and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. Your password must not be the same as any of your previously used passwords. It cannot be a commonly used word or phrase, and it cannot contain your first name, last name, or username. Your username is the same as your GVI email address. From here, you can return to the dashboard at any time by clicking on the word NEOGOV in the top left corner of your screen. Let's go back to the dashboard. Your dashboard has two parts. The left side of your dashboard shows a broad overview of dashboard icons representing tasks, people, performance, onboard, and reports. We will not cover onboard because it is not related to your performance evaluation. The right side of your dashboard provides more detailed information when you click on the icons on the left. The unified dashboard automatically defaults to showing current and overdue tasks, quick actions, such as writing a journal entry, and the people or org chart. The supervisor's task menu on the dashboard can distinguish between tasks assigned to you and your employees or another employee who falls under your chain of command. Let's take a closer look at the icons on the left side of your dashboard. The task menu for supervisors also defaults to all current tasks that are related to your performance evaluation. You can filter the tasks in four ways, but for the purpose of performance evaluation, we'll only focus on due date, task type, and for whom. You can view completed tasks for you and your employees and search by product, task type, task, completed date, for whom, and related to. You can view completed tasks for you and your employees and search by product, task type, task, completed date, for whom, and related to. The People section for supervisors shows the organizational chart and your place in the chart. Just as you are the rater on your employee's evaluation, the person you report to in the org chart will also rate your evaluation. This person will also serve as the second approver on your employee's evaluation, and the next person in the chain of command will be the second approver in your supervisory evaluation. If you do not have a second supervisor, you will only have one approver in your evaluation. In the People section for supervisors, it also has sections titled My Team's Task and My Team. My Team identifies each person who reports directly to you. From here, you can access your employee's profile by clicking on their name. This will allow you to view their profile, view their current, upcoming, and completed evaluations, as well as upload documents related to their performance evaluations. You can also write a journal entry about your employee by clicking on the Action button and click Write a Journal Entry. This is one of two ways that you can write a journal entry. We will discuss more about journal entries in another segment. My Team's Tasks identifies the current task assigned to each member of your team. You can filter them by tasks that are overdue, due this week, or due later. And you can also sort them by employee or task name, or you can filter them for a specific employee. The Performance section for managers focuses on your performance evaluations and those of your employees. It includes overview, my evaluations, my team's evaluations, and the Journal Hub. The Overview tab shows you all tasks related to performance evaluations that you are a part of, an overview of the status of your employees' evaluations, and it includes links to the goal list, competency list, and developmental plan list. The My Evaluations tab focuses on your current, upcoming, or past evaluation. By default, it will show you your current and upcoming evaluations, and you can access your past evaluations by changing the filter to completed and clicking on the appropriate evaluation. When you access your past evaluations, you will be able to see the completed evaluation. This will include check-ins, overall ratings, the persons involved in the ratings, the competencies you were rated on, and the future goals that were assigned to you. You can also print and download your past evaluations. My Team's Evaluations gives you a deeper view of the status of your team's evaluations. By default, it is set to display all active evaluations and indicate the number of evaluations in each step. You can view which ones are in draft status, before rating, and approval. If you have multiple employees and are looking for a specific one, you can use either the sort function to sort them in terms of your employees from oldest to newest or newest to oldest, or you can use the filter function and select the employee, or you can also manually search them using the search function here on the right. The Journal Hub for Supervisors is a record of all journal entries you have written or that someone shared with you. You can filter your journal listings by those that are about you or those that were shared with you by one of your employees. You can also create a journal entry from the Journal Hub, or you can go back to the dashboard and access journal entries under Quick Actions, or through My Team in the People section by selecting that specific employee. The Reports section for supervisors provides expanded access to a list of reports related to you and your employees' performance evaluations. Your reports will show data that is related to your performance evaluations and those of anyone who directly or indirectly reports to you in the chain of command. This includes current or historical data on evaluations that can be used to identify patterns of employee performance. It's important to note that you cannot view information about an employee who does not fall under your reporting structure. Some reports worth mentioning are the Evaluation Status Detail, which is a detailed status of all active evaluations. The Performance Rating, which is an overall view of the performance ratings of your employees' evaluations. The Item Ratings Report, which can identify strengths and weaknesses based on an employee's rating over time on a specific competency, and the Approval Status Report, which can be used to identify how long a current evaluation has been in the approval step and possibly identify bottlenecks that can be used to identify what is delaying the completion of an evaluation. While in the Reports section, you can also view you or your current employees' past evaluations, download them in a PDF format, or you can print them. The last thing we will cover before going into the evaluation is journal entries. As previously mentioned, you can access the journal entry functions from the Journal Hub under the Performance tab, through the Quick Actions section in the dashboard, or through My Team in the People section. From there, you can create a new journal entry, complete one that was still in draft status, review an old one, or access a new one that was shared with you. Journal entries are a great communication tool that facilitates communication between an employee and their manager. The intent of journal entries is to provide you with a tool that allows you to make comments and include attachments about yourself or your employee anytime throughout the year. You can share them with your employee, your manager, or your manager's manager. Journal entries are private. They cannot be viewed by anyone unless you choose to share them, and shared journal entries cannot be edited by the recipient. Your ability to create and share journal entries is governed by your place in the org chart. Managers can create and share journal entries about themselves and anyone else who falls under their chain of command. Managers can also share journal entries with themselves, the immediate supervisor, or their manager's manager, and they can access them during the rating step of the performance evaluation. You can start a journal entry and pause it, save it as a draft, and return to work on it later. You're also allowed to attach one document to each journal entry. The ways that you can access a journal entry function depends on whom it is about. If the journal entry is about you or someone who does not report directly to you, go to the Quick Action section and select Type a Journal Entry. Or you can go to the Performance tab and go to the Journal Hub. From here, you can start to write a journal entry and select yourself or one of the employees who it may be about. If the journal entry is about one of your direct reports, click on the People section and select Write a Journal Entry under the action item under that employee's name. This journal entry will already be pre-populated with that employee's name, and you simply have to write the journal entry and who want to share it with. Regardless of which one you select, you will end up in the Journal Hub. When you are done with your journal entry, you can save it or submit it to Post-it. Please be mindful of the restrictions on who you can make journal entries about and who you can share them with.